I'm a grown woman. I can do whatever I want.
So here's the thing. I have pretty much over the last 2 weeks or so, I have not been performing to the best of my ability. I pretty much just kind of mentally checked out, I would say. Yeah, mentally checked out. Nonetheless, hello and welcome. I miss you guys. I miss talking and chatting with all of you. I sure hope that everyone is doing well. Today is just going to be a chatty type chit chat video and well overdue budget with me video. For those of you that are new here, I used to do budget with me videos, like try to do them on the regular anyway, and just over time kind of gotten away from it for no other reason than just not having the time to do all the things that one would like to do. So nonetheless, I need to budget, and I figure I'll take this time to chat with you guys and bring you guys along with me as I do so. Now, just to play catch up, we are a family of, well, it was a family of six, well, seven when you include Lola. We're basically a family of eight now. It is myself, my hubby. I have four kiddos. My oldest son no longer lives at home. We are no longer financially supporting him. Story for another day, but I still include him when thinking about, money and putting reserves back and things like that because he is my child. And we have two fur babies. Lola Pug is my fur baby, and then we are fostering, which I think at this point is safe to say that we have pretty much adopted my father-in-law's dog. So yeah, two fur babies. So technically a family of eight. However, there's only six of us living under this roof. Is that right? Three kids, two adults, two fur babies. That's seven. Yeah, seven. Now that was really simple math that had me all twisted for a second. An entire situation, like 1 + 1 will always be 2, Michelle. Anyways, we are a family of eight, seven living in the home, which includes two fur babies that we are financially responsible for. Now, my husband does work outside the home, and he is still currently working, so thank God for that. There was about 3 days or 4 days last week where the shop that he works in actually closed, as they were trying to figure out if they needed to close for a certain amount of time, maybe cut back on hours, workload, etc. But thank God they are back open, so he is still working. Hours did get cut, but we are so thankful that he still has a paycheck coming in. Now, outside of his 9 to 5, he also had two side hustles, which included driving for Uber. He would drive here and there, and here, and then also working with a sports organization where he coaches and referees youth sports games and so on. So, of course, Uber and the sports is completely off the table right now. So we only have his 9 to 5 paycheck coming in from what he does to bring in income. Now, I do have a few different sources of income that I do from home. Daycare being one. At the current moment, I have no daycare clients. The clients that I did have before everything kind of hit the fan, their parents are either able now to work from home or they have family members that are able to keep the kids, and I'm not advertising for any new clients. There's just so much uncertainty. We don't know what is what, and until we kind of have a better handle on what the new normal is going to be, what protocols we should take, I am personally deciding not to take in any new clients at all. I also do run a bookkeeping business, which of course I can do from home. I don't have to interact with anyone on a daily basis. Everything is pretty much done through email, text messages, using the softwares and things like that. So I don't have to interact with anyone on a daily basis. So that is still up and running. The only thing with that is that I don't make a ton of money. I make some pretty decent money for the amount of work I put in. I would say it doesn't require a lot of my time and attention. However, it's not enough to be sustaining us either. So, anyways, bookkeeping business, still able to do that and keep that running. And then I have couponing. So with couponing, I coupon not only for my household, my extended family members and so on, but I coupon enough to where I can then resell product as well. Well, that has definitely slowed down as it's really hard to get your hands on anything. I have not been out to actually do couponing. I've been getting out to the stores just to pick up any basic necessity items that we may need, which would be fresh produce, meat, and things like that. Other than that, I have not been in the stores couponing. Plus, the stores are still out of everything. You can't find paper goods, cleaning supplies, and so on. So there's not a lot that I can source from the stores in order to resell. Still have products in the reselling stockpile, but they're just not moving as quickly because typically I will put those products with cleaning supplies, paper goods to get stuff moved out, and that's just not the case right now. And then, of course, YouTube. I do make an income from YouTube, which I am so very, very grateful for. I enjoy the community. I enjoy being able to get on camera and connect with people and share my knowledge and my experience around things. And getting paid to do so is a plus, right? It's a blessing. So I thank each and every one of you for watching my videos, letting the ads play through, clicking on the ads if you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. With that being said, YouTube is not a huge source of income. It does help to supplement some of the things that we may want to do around the house. It's just being able to have extra, money coming in and so on, but it's not a huge amount. So all that to say this, very thankful for where we are financially speaking right now. We are consumer debt free outside of our mortgage. We don't have any car debt, loans, credit cards, or anything like that. It is just our mortgage. Very thankful for that. So it is just now all about just making sure that we are being as diligent as possible with all resources that is coming into the house. So what are we doing today? Well, long story short, I have been again not performing at my best over the last couple weeks. Literally any piece of paperwork that has come into this house, from mail to emails, whatever, I've been closing a blind eye to it. My desk is a hot mess. So I need to start from the bottom in order to get back to where I need to be. I need to clean my office, get things reorganized, go through mail that has not been opened in the last couple weeks, because mentally I just completely checked out. That is the honest truth. Just not wanting to deal with anything, honestly. So let's get back into cleaning this office up. Pretty much pinpoint the main reason I kind of just tapped out, so to speak, mentally checked out when it comes to the day-to-day running of the household, making sure things are in order, kept up, so that we could just, continue to move. The thing is I'm in our family, I'm the one that's responsible for all the administrative type duties. I do the budgeting, I pay the bills, I make the decisions on whether or not we're going to be purchasing this, that, or the other. All that falls in my lap. And if you are the one in your household that makes all those decisions, whether you're going to rob Peter to pay Paul, rob Paul to pay Peter kind of thing, then you get it. If you're not that person and your spouse is the one that does it, I will tell you this, that whether or not they are just naturally better at it, at dealing with it, and being organized and keeping things intact, or if it's just that it has always been that way, that it just seems that it's best for them to do it, whatever the case might be, that is within itself a huge amount of pressure. Being the one responsible of making sure that all the dots are dotted, all the T's are crossed, that's a huge amount of responsibility. I will say that it has always been that way in our family. We have tried it where we literally do it together, arm in arm, or doing it together as we come together and have meetings here and there just to go over things and figure out what needs to be done. We have tried it where the hubby has taken over, he's responsible for everything. It always comes back to, no, this is a task that you're better suited for. And I'm good with that because it's my element. It's what I enjoy. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy the organization of putting systems together, working systems, and finding out, how to stretch a dollar as far as it's going to go, making sure that I'm providing for my family, all that. I really do enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. The thing is that when stuff like this that's going on in today's world, jelly bean as we're calling it, when stuff hits the fan, it can become a little overwhelming to be the one that the wheels are turning. And I'm just naturally that person. Like, starting this whole, okay, let me not get off top. Because I can do that real quick. My biggest thing on why I just kind of mentally just like popped out, like just whatever with everything, is because it just gets to be too much. Sometimes it gets to be overwhelming being the only person thinking about tomorrow and then thinking about the next day and then the next day. The one that's trying to make sure everything is set up, all the foundations are in place. So no matter what happens, we will have something to stand on. We will have something to pull a hold to keep us going, right? It gets to be overwhelming and completely frustrating at times. With me wanting to start this garden, it has been a thought for a very long time that, hey, you know what? I would like to grow a few things here and there, there and here. Never put any real thought into it. Have stated it several times, never put any thought into it. Now that all of this is going on, it's like, wait, this should have been done years ago. Let's get on this. Let's hop on, let's get it done. And I am the kind of person that once I get an idea in my head, it's over. Like, it should have been done yesterday, even though yesterday I didn't think of it, but that's how I am. Like, I'm ready to go. Let's figure this out. And I will research and, figure out what needs to be done, how it needs to be done, and move forward with something. That is me. My hubby, on the other end, if I can speak on his behalf without him being here, not quite so much. He just kind of, not quite so much. Anyways, that being said, I just got to the point these last 2 weeks, so I'm like, what the hell with it? Like, I'm the only one, or I feel like I'm the only one thinking of worst case scenarios. And not that I'm sitting here stressing out about anything, not that I am preparing for doomsday or anything like that, but I'm the one that's being more rational. Like, okay, wait, this can go anyway. Let's figure out what we need to do. Let's make sure we have a cash reserve on us in case we can't get to the bank for whatever reason. Let's make sure we have, money in the bank that we can easily move between accounts if we need to. Let's make sure our debit cards are not due to expire anytime. Like, all those type of things. That's where my mind goes, making sure we have this. With the stock that we have, pulling all the resources, going around to every little nook and cranny, making sure, okay, we got enough this, enough that. Oh, we need to get this, we need to get that. That is me. On the other hand, the hubby's like, it's not a big deal. I'm not going to go rush and stand in line for an hour at the store just to get a couple packs of ground meat. And I'm like, but we need ground meat, So anyways, that being said, I just got to the point where I'm like, the hell with it. Like, I'm not going to lie. Like, I just got to the point these last couple of weeks where the kids go and they check the mail comes in, and it's like, put it on my desk. I don't want to look at it, whatever. I get an email. I'm not looking at that. Close the email. Like, I don't want to deal with it. It's just, it gets to be a little overwhelming and too much. What I have been doing these last couple of weeks, like I say to you guys, is that I have been keeping myself physically busy. Physically. Between starting up the garden, reorganizing, cleaning stuff in the house, doing all the things. I just did not want to stay still long enough and have to really deal with paying the bills, paperwork, all that stuff. Then on top of that, with the kids not being in school, if I get one more invite to Zoom, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut the internet off. Like, I'm going to lose it. I have been on Zoom so much. It's ridiculous. Like, 3 kids. And I know we're all in the same boat. So I know you guys get me. We're all in the same boat. Anyways, all that to say this. I pretty much just mentally tapped out because I just didn't want to deal with it. Like, seriously, which is not the way to go. I will be honest, it's not the way to go because now I have a pile of crap that I got to deal with. I had to just really suck it up, take a deep breath, put on my good old country music, let it play, and get the office cleaned up because I had mail that hadn't been open in almost 3 weeks. Like, I think I had a disconnection notice from the light bill company, not because we didn't have the money, but because I just simply ain't been dealing with it. It is not set up on automatic pay. I have to go in and actually pay it. So there was 2 pink notices from the light bill company, to say the least. And I'm sure I got several emails too. It is what it is. The lights didn't get cut off, so thank God for that. I paid it. But I'm just saying, it's just been a headache. And let me tell y'all, look, going inside the bank account, we have legit been sliding the debit card just left and right, right and left. I have not been checking balances. I have no idea what's been coming in and what's been going out. Just praying and hoping that, hey, that money is in there from somewhere, and just sliding the card. That is not the way to go about this. I will tell you that. Not okay. Not at all. That account is a hot mess. And I started working on it yesterday. And today I'm going to finish everything off on paper and share that with you guys. But my advice would be, honestly, just, you know what? We got to keep moving. We got to get things done. But most people will tell you, you know, as the mother, as the wife, you are the heart of the home. You set the tone, so on and so forth. That is 100% true. I totally believe that. But I also do believe, too, that, you know what? I'm human. And if I just need to tap the hell out, I just want to be able to tap the hell out. Not to say that it's okay in any way, but I just want to be able to tap the hell out. Knowing that when I finally come around to my senses, I'm going to have a whole heaping lot to get reorganized, restructured, cleaned up, whatever. And that's what I'm dealing with right now. But I won't lie to y'all. I just needed to just space out and not give a damn. And the crazy thing is that the hubby goes in and out of my office. Even the 8-year-old was like, Mama, your desk is dirty. You got stuff everywhere. Whatever. Like, because they know that's not the norm. And it's like, babe, you see it. Like, you're not gonna say something? You're not gonna, like, let me go through the mail. Let me figure out what's going on. No. He just closes the door just as well as me. And yeah, that's not a good combination. So I'm not here to bash the hubby. It is what it is. All I'm saying is that I just needed to space the hell out, and I did that for 2 weeks too long. So now it's time to get back to business and get things in order. So what I will say to you, if you need that time to just do nothing, I'm talking no meal planning, no laundry, no administrative duties, take that time for yourself. Do what you need to do just to chill out so that you can have a little bit of sanity for a small period of time. Just know that once you get back to reality, you got a bigger mess to clean. That's all I can say. So let's get to the budget and wrap this up. All right, so first off, let me apologize for these nails, y'all. It is real. This is a whole situation. I have never not had my nails done, and by having them done, I mean, you know, the fake nails. Yeah, I don't know how much more of this I can take. They're all starting to just peel off, and it's yucky. So apologies. Okay, so I use a binder to house all of our everyday, day-to-day finance stuff. No surprise there. I love my binders. So it makes it pretty easy to get back on track with everything because everything is nicely organized. Everything has a place. I punch holes into the bill statements. They go in here. The check registry is in here. Like, it just makes it really easy to kind of get back on track when I let things go by the wayside pretty much. So what I do is I have what I call a bill log, and that's this here, and I just have all of our monthly bills listed here, and I will simply come in with a black pen and write down what the expected amount is for each bill, and I base this number on what last month's bill was. Then when the actual statement comes in, I will write it in on this side, typically in blue. Here on the column is where I will write in all income that comes in. That way I can track how much the income is, and I have that information to finish off the monthly budget, but also to roll into next month's budget, so that way I can better plan out what we're expecting to have as far as income. And then I just have a section here for how much we're expecting to pay into tithes, where we actually pay in, and then any sync funds that we are funding for that particular month. I track it here, and I break it down by bi-weekly, weekly, and then what we actually put into those accounts. It's just a way for me to track how much we need to be putting away and then how much we actually did. And if I'm able to do it bi-weekly, by each paycheck the hubby gets, or if I'm able to do it weekly, if we make some extra money on the side, then I have that option here, and I can write it in knowing how much I need to put into each one of those accounts. And then this bottom part, I just total everything out. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly write in all of the bills. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the monthly budget. Again, what I do is simply write in what the expected bill amount will be, and then once that statement comes in, I write in the actual amount. Now, for the most part, our bills are pretty much set in stone. The only thing that changes month to month is the utilities. I did not write in the gym fee. The hubby and I both have a gym membership. However, with everything going on, the gym is closed, so we are not going to be paying that membership for this month. And actually, my husband's with, I believe, Planet Fitness. I don't know, one of the bigger gyms. Anyways, they actually froze their accounts for this month, so we won't pay his. And then I actually go to like a private trainer, so to speak, so I won't be paying for that as well. Pest control, that stays the same. Kids dental. Life insurance stays the same pretty much, and then light bill and gas bill is a utility, so that may change. As far as our sync funds for this month, we need to put away for auto insurance. So I do pay the auto insurance every 6 months. We'll be due to pay it again, I believe, at the top of July. So putting away $140 a month will assure that come that due date, we have that money set aside. The auto fund is for auto maintenance, eventually replacing the autos. So we are putting away $200 a month right now. Christmas, we're putting away $200. And then we have a home improvement account. So I have been doing little projects here and there, buying, things that we may need just to spruce up the house. So I've been wanting to replenish that account. So I'm going to start putting back $200 in that. And then I have a few other bigger projects planned that hopefully we could get to after all of this madness kind of, calms down. Now again, I just come down to the bottom and I will total everything out. I have $500 set to the side for weekly envelopes. That would typically be a lot more, and it would go towards getting hair done, nails done, things that the kids may have going on, any miscellaneous spending and such. But since none of that's happening right now, I'm just sticking with $500. That will cover us on groceries, cover anything the fur babies need, and then cover gas for the hubby, as he's the one that's truly getting out every day, driving to and from work. So that is pretty much it. Now from here, what I will typically do is go ahead and do my weekly budget, where I will break down per paycheck what's going to be allocated to what. I'll do that, and I'll come back and share that with you guys in a separate video. As always, if you have questions about anything that I shared, you want to comment down below on how things are going for you as far as keeping up with day-to-day life and making sure that you stay on top of things. If you want to share your budgeting techniques, anything that you would like to comment down below, please feel free to do so. As always, I thank you so very much for watching. And until next time, guys, stay safe and I'll talk to you later. Bye.